Yo, listen up, it's time for a tale about a podcast that'll leave you frail. Hardway Wrestling coming at you raw, bringing the heat, breaking every law. They drop the truth, no holds barred, talking smack, getting you hyped up hard, calling out the fakes, exposing the lies. Hardway Wrestling taken by surprise. Hardway Wrestling coming to your city. Nothing but realness, nothing but grit. Going down a gauntlet, making them mark. Hardway Wrestling, straight from the heart.
I hit the button right. There we go. Welcome to Hardway Wrestling. It is a Thursday, and you know what that means. You know that we are here, and we are looking good. I am Scotty, two bodies, and I have the AK, the mercenary, who may or may not be making an appearance somewhere soon. We won't talk about it. It may be a secret. Anyway, and we got our gladiator, our Sith Lord. So happy Mandalorian Day, by the way. Ricky's in the house. What's up, boys?
What's up?
It's been a while. I haven't seen you a bit.
Well, I overslept last week, I think.
Yes, you did. Yes, you did. So, all right. Well, let's get. We got a lot to cover here. We're gonna get right into it. We got to talk about Raw. We got to talk about AEW. But first, we're gonna get into a little bit of pizza cutter news.
Pizza.
All right, we're gonna get into a little bit of pizza cutter news.
What's
the first one we're talking about? Mick Foley is all elite. I lost my page. Where am I at here? Last week, reports claimed that AEW had interest in using Mick Foley, aka Cactus Jack, aka
Mankind,
aka
Dude,
That's right. Hey.
AKA Mrs. Foley's favorite baby boy.
That's right. They had interest using Foley for some capacity. Although details were unclear regarding whether it would be a one-time appearance or something more involved. Now, Foley is set to appear during AEW's Double or Nothing weekend, which is this weekend. Check out our pick show, which will be dropping on Saturday. Make sure you check that out. Tony, what's that?
Or be cursed.
Or be cursed. That's another show. Tony Khan announced that Foley and will join Renee Puckett as co-host to Double or Nothing the buy-in special. They're going to do everything before the pre-show. How do you think? First off, Mick Foley in AEW, by the way. What do you think WWE feels? That probably don't really care because it's now owned by a corporation that doesn't give a shit about wrestlers or former wrestlers. But what do you guys think about, Scotty? What do you think about Mick Foley showing up in AEW?
Well, I mean, we knew. I as soon as he declared that he was no longer going to work with WWE due to their support of Donald Trump, I knew this was an inevitability. I knew that they were gonna Tony Khan would court him and get him in there. And again, this is Mick Foley. This is, the hardcore legend. This is, a guy that's, done it all, seen it all, been it all in every company out there. So, why not? If he's no longer going to work with WWE. Now, the only question I do have, did they officially let Mick out of his WWE contract to be able to do this?
I thought it said his Legends contract expired or something.
Yeah.
Okay.
His
Then
Legends deal.
sense. So then because I was going to say, if he's doing this while still under contract to WWE, then there's a problem. But yeah, no.
Well, he knows better than get involved with the lawyers and that kind of stuff. So
yeah,
I'm sure he was well out of any contract that he had. Now, it's very possible that he's still under his Legends deal, right? Because wasn't Jake under Legends deal and still working with AEW?
No, I thought I heard that Foley's Legends deal was up, and that's why he's going to AEW.
Oh, okay. Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, that makes sense. So,
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I mean, we will see what happens. I mean, yes, he'll be on the pre-show and he'll be doing most of the talking. He won't be, I mean, I'm assuming, although he did say in an interview recently that he is kind of looking for one more match. So maybe they'll end up, down the road putting him into some kind of a match situation with somebody, but who that could be or how that could be, who knows? But yeah, no, it'll be interesting to see what they do with him. But we know how they handle the legends in AEW. I mean, freaking Arn Anderson, Tully Blanchard, Jake Roberts. They're on for a short period of time, and then they're never to be seen again. A Big Show, Mark Henry, the whole 9 yards.
AK, what are your thoughts? What if Mick Foley is looking for his last match? Give me somebody who you think that would be.
So for one, the only way I would tune into that programming with Mick Foley and Renee is if I was guaranteed that he was going to put Sacco in Renee's mouth. That's about the only reason why I would watch it. And honestly, if they did do that, they would probably tie him somewhere in with Jericho or something like that. Just a familiar face to him, just to get him over a little bit. But I don't think he should step back in the ring ever again. The man's fucking broken. It's going to be a really shitty match. And they might even go off the hardcore legend shit. Who knows? But I think he should stay the fuck away from the ring. I like Mick a lot. I met him a few times. Great. One of the best people to sit down and talk with. He's fucking down to earth as shit. But I think that he should just stay out of the ring. And it's great that he's getting a platform again. But honestly, his relevancy in wrestling isn't there anymore. Like, he's been gone for so long that this is not a needle mover. Nobody's pumped up to see Mick Foley talk. So,
Yeah. Ricky, thoughts on no thoughts?
Good for Foley, trying to get himself and his name back in the spotlight again. I agree with AK. I hope he has no more matches, and if they'll put him in a match. If I had to pick somebody, probably either Moxley, because he gives Renee the Sacco, or maybe Darby Allin, because Darby's absolutely batshit crazy and will probably die in the ring some way, somehow, at some point. So, I mean,
he can do all the work. He could just get his ass whooped, and Foley doesn't have to bump and shit. That's the only way it works.
Yeah, I think this is a great opportunity for Foley and AEW to introduce the hardcore title, a new hardcore title to AEW. I know, because we're out of titles. We're limited on titles in AEW, but I mean, how great would that be to have a Mick Foley hardcore tournament and have Mark Briscoe win it?
I think you should be muted for the next 10 minutes for saying that.
Okay. All right.
No more belts. No more belts.
We're gonna move on. Why do I get phone calls in the middle of shit? We're gonna get into it. Ludwig Kaiser.
El Grande Americano.
Who?
El Grande Americano.
I don't know that's.
Why you bring him up? What does he got to do with this?
Yeah, I don't know.
What does Americano have to do with this?
Yeah, it's got nothing to do with patriotism. Okay. Here are the details. They were sent to me by by AK earlier today. Here are the details on Ludwig Kaiser's recent assault and arrest, by the way. He doesn't look like a guy that uses much salt, but they're saying he does here. According to court documents, Orlando police responded to an incident involving a man named Richard Rep. Terrible name, by the way. You don't ever think of these guys having real ass names, but they do. Who told officers, AK, what's your real name?
I'm not telling you.
Okay.
No, I'm wanted.
According to court documents, Orlando police responded to an incident involving a man named Richard Rep, who told officers that on the night of April 23rd, Ludwig Kaiser got into an elevator with a woman and reportedly both were very affectionate, kissing passionately while the elevator went up. When Richard pulled his camera out to take a picture of his dick, what?
I bet you that's not all that went up.
When Richard exited the elevator, learn how to read. Exited the elevator, he allegedly told Kaiser to have manners, which reportedly prompted Kaiser to hit him. Ole!
I wonder if he put the mask on and put the plate and then headbutted him.
That would have been the
Should've.
greatest. What mask? One plate. I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh,
Later, police arrive at the scene and observed visible injuries to Richard's face. Officers also checked security footage, which allegedly showed Kaiser punching rep. Sometimes wrestlers will hit you. Kaiser turned himself in on May 20th after a warrant had already been issued and was released on and paying $1,000 bond. He went to wrestlers court for that. Ludwig Kaiser.
Go ahead, say it.
So, right, yeah. So,
Say it.
look, Jason, go ahead. You look like you got something. What? Say it.
AK, what are your thoughts on
Man,
Ludwig Kaiser? I hope he was wearing these same shorts. I hope he's wearing these same shorts in the elevator. That's why.
So look, I think that this is not going to damage his career. I'm pretty sure WWE was ready to know of the situation. It was over a month ago. So again, I'm pretty sure he notified somebody, and and it's not a big deal. Honestly, he didn't. It sounded like he was just telling somebody mind their own fucking business. And I don't think WWE frowns upon that. If it was something like he has, at first the original posting was he was being charged for battery and a woman was involved. So it got a little scary for a moment to think that he was, spousal abuse or something like that, which we do not condone of. But to beat up another guy for not minding his own business sounds acceptable to me. So again, I don't think he's going to face many penalties for this situation.
Yeah, I thought he Ray Riced her at first.
Yeah, right.
Why is everything always happening in an elevator?
I heard it was an officer with ICE that tried to have him removed from the elevator.
Oh, cat's out of the bag now. Mask versus mask.
What are you talking about, Scotty? What do you think of Ludwig Kaiser's tights?
he's got very tight tights. If you get that reference,
that's probably why his posture's so weird.
So you were going to say straight, weren't you? Eyes up here. Go ahead, Scotty.
Again, there are worse things to be, dealing with. AKA, if this were a domestic battery situation, that's a lot worse. Drinking and driving, freaking Usos. I'm looking at you boys. If it were that kind of stuff,
Jimmy. Jimmy and Jeff.
Huh?
Jimmy and Jeff, not Jay and Matt.
Yeah. But yeah, if it were drinking and driving, or some of the anything else, it's kind of, it sucks to be in the news and in the police reports for anything, but like AK said, I think it's survivable. I think it's nothing that it's not going to hurt his career. It's just kind of
just remember Ric Flair said that I don't even know who this guy is.
Yeah.
So
it's not El Patron. So
yeah, it's not friggin' L behind bars again.
L behind bars.
Yeah.
All right, last pizza cutter story. Do you guys know the name Tom Pistock?
Yeah, it's Baron Corbin.
It is Baron Corbin, and he is reportedly on his way back to the WWE.
Corbin.
The man formerly known as Baron Corbin has been heavily rumored to be heading towards a reunion with the company he called home for well over doesn't say how long, over the blah blah blah. Anyway, the wrestling he was there. How long was Corbin there? He was there like 10 years,
12
right?
years, I think.
He was there a long time.
There.
The Wrestling Observer, Dave Meltzer, at first broke the news over the weekend. Sean Ross Sapp from Fightful has followed up with this major update. He reported that Wednesday evening the Pestock had been wrapping up his commitments elsewhere and preparation for his next career move. Baron Corbin looks to be headed back to the WWE. Sean Ross Sapp said he reported Corbin. I just heard that. This has been the talk of the industry here for the last month. Baron Corbin back with WWE. Good move, bad move. Were we mad that he
I
left in the
love
first place?
Corbin. He's been one of the most underrated guys and probably one of the least selfish guys on the roster. He put so many people over during his time. Great move set, great characters that he's had. I like the Lone Wolf. I thought they were going to run with that. Obviously, Vince didn't. Bum ass Corbin was also great. And why do I got this feeling like he's going to be involved with Danhausen when he comes back?
Well, that's what they're thinking. They're thinking that his
He's the body that was
Danhausen's
on the
project is
he's the body that was on that gurney.
yeah. Well,
I say,
AK?
bring him
I'll
back.
tell you this. He's going to have to wait like a month till he comes back because he just got back from overseas and his eye is fucking swollen shut. I don't know if I saw it last night, but he got punched in the eye. I don't think it was during a match, which is the weird part. You know, we're still getting the story on that. But yeah, his eye is like completely shut and looks fucked up right now. So they probably have to give him some time to heal. But I agree. I think Baron Corbin will be a great addition to come back to WWE, and only because the talent pool they have now can use a good counterpart. He's not going to ever be a champion or anything like that, but he does make a good heel and a good competitor for some of these up-and-coming stars that we're seeing right now. So he'd be a great addition to add back in the mix with his veteran experience.
Or he could add him to the Vision with redo
No,
the.
I think you would hurt him by doing. I think it would be worse to put him in the Division, just because again, if the Division is going to take on somebody, they need another A-lister. They can't afford to have anybody lower than that to support them or to help them grow. Because right now they're struggling.
Scotty.
Anybody's better than Austin Theory.
True.
Scotty.
I mean, here's my take. I'm going to say this. I like Baron Corbin. Nothing against the dude, but here's what I see happening. Baron Corbin's back for 3 months, and he's on the next round of releases. He's a solid talent. He is a very good worker, and he is very good at getting other people over. But like, I just feel like they're not going to know what to do with him. They're going to have this plan, and something's going to happen, and it's not going to work. It's not going to go off the way they expect. They'll put him on the shelf for a month or two. And then by the time 3 months is up, they're just like, you know what? We got the 3-month clause in your contract. We're going to cut you and you'll be on the next round of releases. Like, it's sad to say, but like, it's just not, I don't see this being a help to Baron Corbin's career. I think him being on the indies is probably better for him right now because he is like, he's got a chance to help work and mold and shape talent that might be able to come up to WWE in the future and be something. So, yeah, that's what I say.
I don't think he's molding anybody anywhere.
If he's got his eye swollen shut, I mean, depending what happens with Ludwig Kaiser, he could just suit up as El Grande Americano for the time being.
I mean, honestly,
you keep bringing up Americano with Kaiser. I don't understand what's going on.
I don't get it either. The guy, he's off the rails. AK, you can't talk to the guy. Can you almost see them bringing Corbin in and painting him up and making him look like a bigger Danhausen and then putting the titles on him?
It'd be hilarious.
It'd be hilarious. I like Baron Corbin. Remember the guy put dog food all over Roman?
Yeah.
Let's not forget about that, right? So anyway, more rumors of people coming back to the WWE, and somebody who was down in NXT this week, Enzo Amore. Possible comeback to WWE. Yep. Now, Cass is his contract is up at the end of May or June. Yep. So it is possible. We're talking about rejuvenating this tag team. I mean, we talked about it on another show, and I had to get out of it. If you want to rejuvenate this tag team, let's bring back our tag team division. Let's bring back one of the most over entrances, not so much greatest wrestlers in the world, but as entertainers. And somebody said to me, well, Enzo's wasn't a great wrestler. He didn't need to be, right? He didn't need to be. And Cass didn't need to be either. They had 7-foot big Cass, and you can't teach that. And one of the best intros in wrestling. And they're both of those guys super entertaining. Especially if they let Cass talk a little bit. Like the whole learning tree thing, to me, the best part of the learning tree was him and Brian Keith, right? So again, you bring these guys back. I'm hoping we're going to see a Big Cass and Enzo return. Guys, thoughts?
I
So
actually
look,
love it. I actually just got to see Enzo wrestle live back in
Oh yeah, that's right. He was at USW.
March.
October, I believe.
Was it October?
Yeah, it was October. Monster Mash. Yeah, got to see that. And here's what I'm going to say: he's never necessarily going to be the best of wrestlers, but he had like in his time out on the indie circuit, he has improved. Not like saying he's like a freaking, Randy Orton or John Cena, but he has improved since being in WWE originally. So, and I agree with you, Jason. I feel like again one of the best, most over entrances. Like you want to talk about guys that can get the crowd going. Hardy music when younger Hardys when they would come out. That music would get people going. Dudley Boys could get people going when that music went off. And when
New Age Outlaws.
huh?
New Age Outlaws.
New
I
Age
think Road
Outlaws,
Dogg when I think Enzo.
Yep, New Age Outlaws is another one, and Enzo is another one of those entrances that was just like, yeah, this is freaking good. So, and like I still remember the time on WWE where like the mic didn't work and they like he's just yelling into the crowd, and the crowd just going with him. It's like freaking amazing. So yeah,
if you've ever watched Enzo cut promos, one of the best. I don't know what the fuck he's talking about. Ultimate Warrior promos you're ever going to hear is out of Enzo Amore. If you go to his TikTok page or you catch him on Facebook under the real one, like he is, and these are you can tell these are off the top of his head. It's not. Maybe there's some pre-choreographed stuff in there, but for the most part, Enzo just goes right, and we went to I went to a signing with him. Ricky, did you go to that? I can't remember if you did or not.
No. I remember we saw him at WrestleMania or WrestleCon at WrestleMania the one year.
We went to I went to a signing with him, and he was late getting there, obviously, of course, because I don't know where he's coming from. Plane was late or something. But he talked from the time he got there to the time he left. He didn't shut the fuck up. And I loved every second of it. He was telling stories, and he kind of buried a couple people. And he just again, I just bring back Enzo. I'm all for it.
So I'll agree on that. Like again, we're not looking at, and I think WWE is not looking for a great wrestler in him either right now. Again, knowing how their style of entertainment is running, he's the perfect fit right now to come back in and get that energy and get that buzz. Again, to what Scotty was referencing, when the mic wasn't working, they're so over. The crowd did the whole 3-minute monologue by themselves, and he just did the hand gestures. Like it's very, very rare when somebody's able to do something like that. And he had the charisma to own the moment. And again, the crowd was behind him to give him that stage presence. So he definitely has what it takes to come back, and it'd be really cool. WWE needs that extra little bump.
All right. Well, that's it. Yeah, that's all for Pizza Cutter News. Again, there are some things going on with WWE right now that is more leaning towards the entertainment portion of wrestling than it is more of the wrestling. And again, we talked about it. Maybe we'll get into it more on another show about rejuvenating the tag team division. And I think they're on their way there. If all these things that you're talking about with Enzo and Cass coming back, with and I just, you got to build within. You got to build within, and it's very hard for them to find two guys that are, one guy is not super amazing and one guy is super shitty, and get them to the same level and keep them there. It's very hard to do. And we can go into it to another time, but that's what the WWE needs to do if you want to fix this tag team division. Stop slapping single wrestlers together that their gear don't match, and
give our truth.
Yeah, give him a purpose. Give him a purpose. So anyway, that's it for Pizza Cutter News. All right, let's get into we had Raw on Monday. We're gonna just go over the highlights because it is Thursday and we are getting into we got Saturday night's main event coming up this Friday or this Saturday. So let's get into a little bit of highlights. What was your highlights, Ricky, from Raw?
Not only are we getting into Saturday night's main event, we're also getting into Clash at Italy on the 31st, Sunday at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
Hey.
And in that we have tribal combat for the World Heavyweight Championship now between Roman Reigns and Jacob Fatu. Jacob Fatu got his ass handed to him by the Usos, and Roman. We saw another Clash in Italy. Yeah, we saw another crappy 1D by the Usos. Jimmy overshot it.
1D, the D stands for drunk. Go ahead.
I mean, good. But they left Jacob Fatu laid out in the ring. Adam Pearce is getting ready to fire him, and he calls out Roman for tribal combat. Roman says he must accept. So we got that going down at Clash at Italy.
So this ain't the fight for the title. This is the fight for the anal beads.
No, it's for the world title.
Oh, it's for the world title. Okay.
It's just the no holds barred tribal combat match. The loser has to acknowledge the winner is what I think it is.
Sounds like we just had that. Okay, go ahead.
Roman is 2-0 in tribal combat matches.
Got you. Oh, okay. Did they say that?
Yes, they did.
Oh boy, that's a mistake. I think that's a mistake.
I don't know. So we also got another highlight, which leads into Saturday night main event. Sol Ruca calling out Becky Lynch. We see them having a non-title match at Saturday night main event, which you check out our pick show, which will drop tomorrow.
Tomorrow, yes.
And see what we think about that. When I'm over Becky Lynch, they need to give this one the soul.
Hair versus hair match. Dave Becky said, "Let's see what happens."
Ugh.
Very ugly. What the hell?
She's a redhead, so it would grow back immediately.
One of the probably the biggest moments on Raw, the Obafemi Open Challenge. Oba's in the ring, lights are dark, he's doing his pose, and out of nowhere, the Beast, Brock Lesnar, returns, F5s him 4 times, and Brock's biggest enemy is his pants.
Yes, again, he rips the ass out of his pants. I don't understand
his pants again.
Is it possible that Brock is taking a page out of John Cena's book and just won't go away? He just won't.
I don't know. We talked about this after Mania, and I said Minneapolis is the home of SummerSlam. I think that's where he finally hangs it up for good.
Do you think he loses twice to Oba?
Yes, but it won't be this time at Clash at Italy.
Gotcha.
Spoiler. Adam Pearce is losing his shit. Calls for Paul Heyman in his office, but guess what? Paul's already in his office, and he hands Adam Pearce a contract for Clash at Italy with Lesnar's name already on it, and he is to get Obafemi to sign it, and hypes up that it could be one of the biggest matches of all time.
That's it, Paul. You better hype your bestie up.
Yeah. Go ahead, Scotty.
I think it's great.
Question. So, do we think there's 2 parts to this question? Do we think Brock was originally going to retire at Mania, and they talked him back into coming? And 2, how much of the yearly profits did they offer Brock to get him to come back? Like, I guarantee they offered him at least half or three quarters of the yearly profits just to get him to come back.
So I think that I don't think the original plan was for them to think he was going to retire at Mania. I think that was an audible on him, and I think that's why the package was thrown together so fast on Monday Night Raw to pay homage to his career. It didn't look like they had a lot of time to put it together, even if it was a work. It just seemed like it was like a rushed package. So I think that him coming back was them asking because, again, going to Italy, knowing that they wanted him to commit till SummerSlam. So there probably was a lot of, behind the scenes negotiations going on. But I think Brock probably did add another zero to his check for sure.
Yeah, I think this was a slick move on Brock's part. Brock loses the match. He's got to keep he can't run into Obafemi head on, right? He's got to figure out some way of beating this guy or getting the upper hand on this guy because he just can't do it by coming at him from the front, right? Sometimes the best way to attack somebody in their home is to go through the window, not through the front door. So I believe it is creepy. Okay. And I still have charges pending. I would not like to talk about it. But I think that this was the way to get at Oba. Oba's thrown off. Now Oba's on the run, right? Oba's on the run. So
it's the first time Brock's up in this fight, right? Like
it really
Brock hasn't been up
it really
at all
is.
Since
it really
they've rivaled. So
I think this is great. I'm anxious to hear what Brock comes out and says next Monday night on Raw.
What Paul says.
Yeah.
Next Monday night on Raw.
Well, we got to get Oba to sign that contract first.
Next Monday night on Raw.
In blood.
Maybe.
In John Moxley's blood.
Seth Rollins has his first match on Raw in over 9 months. He defeats Austin Theory. At the end of the match, Braun Breaker comes out as Rollins is getting whipped by Theory and Logan Paul. And then Angelo Dawkins comes out to help Rollins. Breaker comes into the ring and Ford comes out and Ford ends up eating the spear for Dawkins. And then Dawkins ends up, I think he eats one as well. And then so does Rollins to end the show. So again, tension there between the Street Profits as Dawkins is willing to, see the common enemy with Rollins, and Ford wants no part of it. Thoughts on that one?
I thought it was weird that Montez Ford saved him, but I think that that's just an Easter egg for Montez turning on him in the future. Street Profits, as we spoke on the last show, I feel like there's still something missing with them. There's always been something missing in that dynamic there. So hopefully, after they lose to Division, maybe we'll see a singles run. And it's probably going to end up with Dawkins being phased out, but it can give Montez Ford a good future.
Yeah, Saturday Night Main Event, Vision defend the tag titles against Street Profits.
Yeah, I almost think that the Vision and they were. I'm not the Vision. I'm sorry, Dawkins and Ford. I really thought that what was going to be a good idea with putting MVP with them and the Hurt Business. I really thought that was a good move because I think that they need a mouthpiece. I think they need a front running guy. It doesn't really hurt Ford to have that, but it saves Dawkins. It makes Dawkins look a little bit stronger. So,
and they buried him in the Hurt Business.
They really did.
Terrible.
And again, they need that mouthpiece. I don't know if they could bring back Slick or somebody like that or Harvey Wimpleman, but they need some sort of chicken shit heel. Bring up and I don't know that he's really doing anything down at NXT. What's the dude's name that's the manager down at NXT?
Oh, Stone?
Yeah.
He's
Jeremy
an
Stone.
idiot.
Yes, he's an idiot, but it takes, again, he's a mouthpiece, and it takes a little bit of heat. What do you mean he can't talk?
He sucks at talking.
Oh.
Like, I'm sorry. Like, I've been spoiled by guys like Paul Heyman. Like you
Jonathan
need.
Cross. I know.
Yeah, no. Don't get me started on that bald-headed motherfucker.
Ew, wow.
That guy's had one beer, by the way. One beer, and he's already catching a charge.
Be awesome.
Scott take is gonna be great.
No, Stone is an idiot. Like he can't talk to save his life.
But okay, so
know?
so not Stone. So, but am I incorrect by thinking that they need something?
He needs
It's
something.
not just Dalton.
Now look,
either. I think it is them.
Here would be a crazy twist, and I wouldn't be opposed to it if you would put Montez Ford in division. That could work. Because again,
that would be anything that would work.
I feel like an old school Teddy Long would be a great manager for them guys. Yeah. Teddy Long.
It won't be too cliche though. You need it, like it would just, I don't know.
Booker T, but Booker's down there staring at Stephanie Vaquero on highlight videos.
Yeah, baby.
Shucky ducky.
I don't know. I just think that they're missing something.
But and I forgot to mention this earlier, to throw out the tag division, Scotty on a previous show mentioned how Triple H and Shawn Michaels are dropping the ball. I forgot to tell him that I disagree completely, because down at NXT, I think that's where they are building a good tag division right now. And a specific tag team that I think is ready for the main roster is Hank and Tank. If you don't know who Hank and Tank is, those motherfuckers have it. They have it. They have athleticism. They have charisma. They're big guys. They can move. Like, those guys would flourish right now if you're talking about revitalizing the tag division.
And I can agree. I can agree with you. I can agree with you.
Where's Jason's voice Fraxium, Matt?
Injured, both of them, I think.
Yeah, I think they're both hurt.
But here's the thing. I agree with you, AK. Name 3 other tag teams out of NXT right now that can do, like, that's basically the only team we've got that can come up and revitalize the tag division.
They're the only team that's ready, but you have guys like Dark State, and you have other groups that are developing right now that in a year they will be ready by next Mania season. So there is some development down there for sure. But as far as guys that could show up on SmackDown on Friday, those are the only 2 guys, the only tag team I see right now in NXT that is ready for that move. That's just my point.
All right. Good, Rick.
Other highlights from Raw, we had the women's tag titles. Paige and Nikki Bella, or Brie Bella, beat Raquel and Roxanne Perez. We also had, it was actually a really good 6-man tornado tag match between the OG Americano and his boys and the Credos. And
it's a great cereal.
Yeah. Versus the other Americano and his 2 guys.
Did you pop yourself on that one?
Great match. It was a really fun match.
Sure.
It was.
I think the only way to save the WWE is to put everyone under a mask. When are we gonna get some female Americanas?
I don't know.
Triple A has a bunch of female talent.
Americhicas. So, all right, that's it for Raw. We had AEW was last night. They had AEW and Collision on in the same night, colliding together in a big ball of, wrestling. So,
big ball of 8.
Oof. AK, let's get into. We have a pay-per-view this week. Is that pay-per-view this weekend?
Yes, sir.
It is, and we did a big show, which you'll be able to see on Saturday.
Yes, check that out, guys. But before we go any further, I forgot to mention this. I should have started the show off this way, but I have to give out a special thank you to my boy, Dan Helsing, because as you guys know, he placed a curse on the Cleveland Cavaliers, and the Knicks did a remarkable comeback. I think it was like a 44-point spread overall. It was
22 points they were down. I was actually sitting in the emergency room watching the game. They were down 22 points, and they went on a 45-11 run to beat the Cavs.
And win overtime.
It was
nuts.
It was plus 4,000 for the Knicks to win. If you'd have put $1 on plus 4,000, how much would that have won you?
$4,000.
$4 for $1.
$400.
But,
all right, let's move on.
But look,
what also is funny about that is Miz is from Ohio and he's a Cavs fan, so it continues that Dan Housen curse on
So
Miz thing.
as soon as I saw him curse them on social media, I ordered my shirt immediately. I'm like, I gotta fucking. This is gonna happen. So tonight, Knicks Cavs game 2. Hopefully the curse continues, but let's move on to some
It's
AEW.
the only sports
Also-
team that
also
I don't have a
Danhausen.
jersey for anymore. Knicks are my basketball. I like the Knicks, and I watch the Bullets, and there'll always be the Bullets to me. But I've liked the Knicks forever. Carmella Anthony, or Carmella Hayes, or just Carmella. They all play for the Knicks. I'm good for it. So love me. So I'm gonna order me.
Danhausen.
I didn't want to order or get a Knicks shirt because I'm afraid if I ordered it, they would lose and it would be my fault. So I'm just gonna
Wait till the finals are over, all right?
Yes,
But Danhausen wants to sit by Spike Lee and all those other guys front row. He's been asking the Knicks to put him in the front row. They need to do it, damn it, so we can win this damn championship.
Let's
So
go.
I'm petitioning for Danhausen front row tickets, goddammit.
And merch sales right now in WWE.
Jalen Brunson, let's go.
All right, guys. So on to Collision / Dynamite. I'm not going to go in any particular order. I'm just going to hit you guys with some of the matches and a little bit what happened. Honestly, for me, it's been hard to watch AEW lately. Not saying they're not putting on a great quality product, because again, the wrestling is good. They put on good matches, but I think that maybe it's me. I'm in a phase of my life where I need more of the entertainment side of it. I need more of the draw, and it's just not there.
We need more of a story.
Yes, there's no story, and then random people are winning on random nights. So let me start off with that.
You can't tell us that's where the best wrestle. You got to prove it.
Yes. So Tommaso Ciampa versus Mark Briscoe in a no holds barred match.
This was a good match. This was a good. I thought this was really good.
I saw the
bloody
cheese
as shit
part.
Cheese graters. We had fire extinguishers. We had you name it. They fucking pulled it out. It was a good showing of getting Ciampa to fucking show that psycho killer in him. And Mark Briscoe's always great in these kind of situations. These are the matches designed for Mark Briscoe, right? Like, I don't want to see him in a singles regular style match at this point. Give me a gimmick match. It was probably one of the more entertaining parts of the night. And overall, it gave you what you needed to get out of this match. But the
new
end for
hardcore
me,
champion, Mark Briscoe.
It still scratches my head on this Tommaso Ciampa situation, because again, he came in hot. They gave him a title. He lost the title, and now he's just been fucking floating around, losing random matches.
So
no direction.
Let me ask you this, AK. And actually, I thought it was a really good match. The cameraman did that Mark Briscoe no justice by showing the blade in his hand when he was taking it away from his head.
No, but that's one of AEW's biggest flaws, their production. Like,
do you think it's guys that come there from the WWE are just so happy to be used that they don't care what they're doing?
Yeah. No, I think that's exactly what it is, because Tommaso Ciampa wasn't getting this much TV time. The guy's he's fought more matches.
No,
this
he's
year
getting
in
arcade
AEW.
over a fucking table by Randy Orton on the lunch break.
It was just he needed to go, and it's good for him, but it's not relevant for the industry. You know, like, he's again not a needle mover, and I think he's just gonna fall and get lost in the sauce like most of the guys have down there, unfortunately. Any takes on that? Anybody care to share anything? You guys see any highlights of the show?
I didn't watch the show, but I'll tell you this much. Tommaso Ciampa,
Save your visceral.
Oh no! Well, no. Here's the thing. Tommaso is great, but the problem with Tommaso is, like, I think he could be a needle mover. I think if you put him in the right feud with the right person at the right time, he could be a needle mover and be, you know, one of the best guys in this business. The problem that you keep saying, you know, like, you ask the question, like, are they just happy to be used? The problem is that they are being used by a guy that doesn't know how to use them. So he's just sitting there. He's, you know, like,
he's in a toy box.
Yeah, the toy box. He's just throwing darts. He's throwing darts at people's pictures. Like, all right, it hits Tommaso Ciampa and Mark Briscoe, and then he has a list of matches at the bottom of the board, and he just randomly tosses.
I don't think that's any worse than having dildos named after your wrestlers. But anyway, AK, keep going.
Another match on the card ended in a time limit draw. So we're going to see this rematch here on Saturday, but it is between Jon Moxley and Kyle O'Reilly. O'Reilly got him into the ankle lock. Mox looked like he was getting ready to tap. Mox held in as long as he could. Dead center of the ring. Wasn't even making an attempt to the ropes. Would have been a tap out if the time limit did not expire. Again, it was a good way to display Mox's grit and toughness and that he's not going to quit. It also gave Kyle O'Reilly a little bump there to show what he can do. But we've seen Kyle O'Reilly in these situations before. We've seen him do it with Kyle Fletcher. We've seen him do it in a couple other instances. But again, he's just another one. He can fight. He's a trios champion. He's a champion fighting for another title. But I don't think in this rivalry he comes close to Mox. I think Mox is probably, again, one of the better things AEW has from his notoriety and his fan base. But the match itself was a good quality match. Mox did not bleed, and it was a fair presentation for both of them. You guys catch that match?
I was
Anybody?
working.
I watched it.
I was looking at
What'd
my
you think?
eyelid.
What match? I'm sorry. What match were you talking about? I was typing.
You said I did and was fuck you, man.
Say it again. Say what was the match?
Kyle O'Reilly versus Moxley. Let me start over.
All right. So this went to time limit draw. And then Kyle cut a terrible promo afterwards saying about I'm going to get you with no time limit. I'm gonna get that. It's terrible. I've said it before, and I probably said it less than an hour ago. Kyle O'Reilly absolutely does not need a title as much. Moxley, not saying he deserves a title, but your options are very limited when you have 37 different titles. You can't put them all on terrible people. And I just think Kyle O'Reilly hasn't been anything since he left NXT and since he left the WWE.
Undisputed era.
I
think you had a amazing mix with Bobby Fish and Kyle O'Reilly and what's his name that breaks his ankles every time he walks on them?
Adam Cole,
baby.
Yeah.
Where's he at? Well, I mean, where's he? Is he done? What's the deal
He's
with
playing
him?
video games on YouTube.
Yeah. Adam Cole is really injury prone, and he's terrified that his next match will be his last match. So I think he's holding himself off for a long time.
And Kyle Fletcher tried to kill him. So again,
yeah,
I don't think the Kyle O'Reilly has been relevant at all. And again, the conglomeration is a conglomeration of terrible. It's a terrible group to put together. It really is.
Yeah, I think that he's a good wrestler. Him and versus Kyle Fletcher was a banger of a match. I got to see him fight at Daly's place. He's a good wrestler, but he's not anybody to put over the title or to expect to carry the ball.
He looks like some guy that just left the bar. That's what he looks. He looks like a schlub. His posture's terrible. He looks unkept. I would bet. I'm gonna say this out loud. I bet his balls stink. Like he looks like a guy that is unkept. I'm just saying. Trim up.
Oh Jesus! Let's move this on.
We need
talk about off the rails.
Like we need to get a ad for Manscaped on here just for that.
We could the Kyle O'Reilly version.
All right. So the next match. Ricochet, Andrade, and Mark Davis versus Jericho and the Bucks. The Bucks
of Jericho.
The Bucks of Jericho, yeah. It was trios tag match. They're getting ready for Stadium Stampede. They gave Ricochet, Andrade, and Mark Davis the win. Again, I think for booking purposes, it leads into us seeing them lose the Stampede match. But again, me personally, I didn't even watch the whole match. I like the Young Bucks, they're entertaining, but it was one of the ones where I went ahead and did some shit around the house while that match was going on. I think Jericho shouldn't be in the ring anymore. I think Ricochet is just, he's not even a good heel. He's not even an annoying heel. He's just like, I just want him to go away at this point. So that match itself was a throwaway match for me. Did you watch the whole match, Jason? Or
I did. I watched the whole match. What match are we talking about? I'm just kidding. I actually thought I'm going to disagree with you, AK, and I rarely do that because you pay my bills. Jericho looked really good in this. Jericho's
I didn't watch it.
He looked
I don't know.
trim. He looked trim. He was very mobile. He didn't look stiff. Those first couple of weeks he came back from being out, he looked a little stiff, which happens to wrestlers if they're not staying in their trade. I thought Jericho looked really good. I think he looked good with the Bucks. They had like a little. He missed the spinning elbow, and the Bucks hit whoever it was with the super kick party. And I just, this stadium stampede is going to be a big ball of shit that I'm hoping someone kicks into the third row. Just is not going to be great. But Jericho, other than that, I'm going to disagree. I think Jericho looked really good.
Well, good.
Didn't Jericho one time with Sammy Guevara like beat up the Bucks dad and bloody him and smears blood on the AEW trailer?
Inner circle. Yeah.
Yeah, but who cares now, right? It's AEW. Another week, another good shit. Long-term stories. What? No. So the next card on the docket was a 8-man women tag match between Julia Hart, Sky, and Tekla. Versus Mina, Jamie Hayter, and did I say 8-man or 6-man or?
It's
all right. Anyways,
8-woman.
Anyways,
8-woman cake-a-thon.
Anyways, again, I hate to jump on the Scotty bandwagon, but this was one of those matches that I just didn't have a lot of interest in. I saw the finish. I saw, how it went down. We used the mist again, Julia Hart with the mist. I like the black mist, the poison mist. It's always been a fun gimmick for me to watch. But I just, again, not really interested in the match itself.
It's because your wife was sitting next to you, wasn't she?
No, my wife likes women, so she probably would have watched this match if I told her to, especially with all the cake in there. Was Sky Blue? Yeah, I know.
That was one of the best five.
Sky's lost too much weight. Sky's lost too much weight.
Yeah. I wish you would have kept it, but she's still a good.
I thought this match was pretty good. These girls would have hit harder than that hardcore match. It was the first match of the night. So was this Collision, or they ran into each other? Was this Collision?
I think it was considered Collision. Yeah.
Yeah. I actually thought Tekla looked really good in this. They all looked really good except for Shirakawa.
I forgot to mention Thunder Rosa was also in the match, and she was part of that finish.
And again, there you go. There's Thunder Rosa is not a great wrestler.
No, she's not.
Give her the RH title and leave Athena up, put her down.
I was just gonna say that with the right partner, Thunder Rosa is great. I loved her feud with Britt Baker. I thought that was a really good one. Just early phases of AEW, it was a good stepping stone for the company. So I'm gonna disagree with you on that part, but overall, her too. I guess she's gonna get lost in the sauce here.
The pizza coma. Speaking of lost in the sauce,
he's like, "Are you guys done talking about women's matches?"
All right,
Scotty, wake up. We're going back to Will Ospreay. There you go.
No, we got to get this to Scott takes. I'm ready to hear him.
Right, as soon as we get through AEW here, we're going right to Scotty takes.
We got Shibata versus Ospreay. Ospreay with it was probably one of my favorite matches of the night. Again, Shibata is really good in ring. Ospreay, of course. So we had a really good showing there between the two of them. This is a match that you could have put on the mid card of a pay-per-view. It was really good. Ospreay went up. Ospreay then went on to talk about that he is going for the world title. So he's already put his name in the hat, and he's already calling a shot. And like I said, I do see the very – what?
Is your one eye open when you're asleep?
Yes.
Oh, my God. You're crazy.
I'll explain after we get off air.
Okay. But Ospreay, again, he's probably going to be our future world champion AEW here by the end of the summer.
Does anybody care? No.
See.
True. No, nobody cares. I do not care.
I do not care.
All right. So for things that you guys care about, what about the world title match for AEW? Darby Allin on his 6th title defense. And not only did he defend his title last night, but he already has an opponent set up after his next opponent. So I'll explain to you guys what that means in a moment.
You might
Darby
get the
Allin versus
horns. God.
And I mean this wholeheartedly. I don't understand what the fuck AEW is thinking. Again, we had Darby Allin versus Speedball Mike Bailey. Two guys that combined weight is not even a fucking heavyweight. Fighting for the heavyweight title.
Yeah,
Like
spitball.
it
Do
just-
not forget, it's Spitball Bailey.
I'm not going to say that the guys don't wrestle well and didn't put on a good match. I'm just going to say, like, this is not world title caliber to me. We're talking Jacob Fatu versus Roman Reigns on one show, and then on the next show we got Darby Allin versus Speedball Mike Bailey. Like, it's not making sense. It's a filler title defense. That's what they've been doing with Darby. They've been giving him this number just to say he's been doing it. And again, telling that story about him being fatigued because he's defending so much, and which I'm hoping leads into MJF winning it and ending this run. Again, we all wanted Darby to get it. We all said, hey, he's a pillar. He's been here. No, not you guys, because you guys think like me. I'm talking about like the general fans of AEW, right?
I don't think any fan of AEW wanted
AK's right.
They do.
AK's right. They do. The AEW faithful wanted Darby. They also want Orange Cassidy to win.
All five of them?
They wanted Darby to take it off
that?
Moxley, though.
I'm going to address that too, right? So look, Darby Allin is a pillar and what they're considering a homegrown talent for AEW because, again, he hasn't been on any other major platform beforehand. And it's just like their opportunity to say, hey, we can build a star. But he's not. He is not the face of any company. He is not he's just not that guy. And the numbers show it, right? Like he's been defending it on free TV and nobody's watching. Like their numbers have plummeted almost 200,000 views in the past 6 months. And a big portion of this is happening during the Darby Allin world title reign where they're struggling to break 500,000. It's not looking good if they keep the title on him. They're looking to try to get more networking deals. And it's not, Darby Allin's not the guy for it. So afterwards, we got Darby Allin versus MJF on Saturday, and Roosh has already called a title shot for next Wednesday to fight Darby Allin. So hopefully that match is non-title. Yeah, hopefully it's non-title match because Darby loses. But it makes me feel like, man, and they did this last time too. They started booking title matches before another match has happened. And this is a trend for AEW, and they're doing it. They're showing their cards a little early.
MJF is going to lose?
I mean, it's kind of showing the signs of it, which I hope is not the case. But who knows? But they retract a lot of their bookings too, like I mentioned earlier with the Swerve and going for the ROH title, right? So they had to change their story mid-story. It's something AEW does, and hopefully this is the case. I don't want to see Darby continue this run. What do you guys think about this world title match with these two guys? Like, do you think how did Speedball Mike Bailey become the number one contender for the AEW championship? How did Brody King get a seventh title match for the AEW title? Like, how are these guys just being picked?
Did they get rid of the ranking system again? Did they get rid of the ranking system?
Yeah, it's gone. It's gone.
Yeah, it's out the window.
There's a demographic out there for young teenage boys that like Mike Speedball Bailey. I think that's the only thing I can think of that they want to.
The indie crowd loves him. The indie group loves him.
Well, and that is the kind of wrestling that we are looking at here. We also have to remember this is not WWE. This is indie darlings, people that if you would take Mike Speedball Bailey and put him in front of 300 people at a Legion somewhere, he would just be the biggest fucking star ever. And he, but it's not. And I think that is our problem with AEW. They keep taking guys that can't sell 200 seats and put them in 14,000 seat arenas. It's just not. It's not fucking happening. No. So I think this is silly. I think let's move the fuck on. Stop calling it a world championship. Call it a heavyweight champion. Start feeding these fucking guys candy and cupcakes and shit and catering and make them bigger.
Give them damn milkshakes.
Ooh, that sounds good.
I just So guys, that's my wrap for AEW. But again, I will say, just staying online and trying to keep up with the Joneses. Trying to figure out what the consensus is in the wrestling world. AEW fans probably are the worst fans that I can read after. Again, they're like, "Oh, we fucking sold out. Oh, AEW, WWE's not selling out." I'm like, bro, you sold out at 2,500 people. 2,500 people. Fucking Raw just did, 10,000 people. Like, these apples to oranges. Like, I'm happy. I want them to succeed. I would love to have an opportunity to work on that platform one day. But it's like the fans just make it insufferable sometimes because of like their logic makes no fucking sense. Like, get out of the basement, get some fucking fresh air, and join us in the fucking real world. All right.
All right.
Anyways, all right, I'm done.
Finally, AK is coming to see the light.
The Black
light that
Scotty
I
has
paid for.
come through. Good
Yeah.
Lord.
He's finally starting to see the light after 5.5, almost 6 years.
I'm still gonna watch it. I'm still gonna enjoy it. Like, I like wrestling. It's just the fans are fucking just the worst.
Yeah, they're delusional, right? They're delusional. I mean, it's that classic argument. You could say it's classic now of LeBron versus Michael Jordan. We all know that LeBron is not the caliber of Michael Jordan, but we're gonna still say LeBron is up there. I mean, come on.
But he's good. He's good, right?
He's
He's
great.
good.
He's great.
Yeah,
We
he's
like
actually
him.
Good.
Little flop.
It's just that he's never gonna be Michael Jordan.
No,
Same thing.
no.
Same thing.
So
Little
anyway,
flop.
And then, yeah.
anyway,
Le
it's
bum.
that time of the show. Okay, we've all been waiting for. We don't get enough of these. We get a little bits and pieces of these during our shows, but we just don't get
Like, one
full
second.
on. We just don't get a full.
Get your popcorn.
So, but we are going to do something that we haven't done in a quite while, and we're going to talk about. First off, we're going to talk about Ronda Rousey and that Netflix. Was it a special? I don't even know if it's a special.
Yeah, you can call it a special.
Yeah, it was very
especially shitty.
It was very special, but we're going to give everyone a little bit of Scott takes.
It might be
It's time for Scott Takes. Scott Takes.
His new headshot should be the one where he's asleep.
Oh, it is our Scott takes portion of the broadcast. We're going to talk about Ronda Rousey. Now, is Ronda Rousey good for wrestling or bad for wrestling or good for MMA, or is she just bad in general? Scotty?
She's a bitch.
Hey.
So, just like Jason said, we're going to talk about Ronda Rousey. We're going to talk about something that we don't usually ever talk about on this show, which is MMA. But because we have the wrestling connection with Ronda Rousey, we're going to talk about it. This last weekend, they had a interesting little special event. It wasn't a pay-per-view because you didn't have to buy it. It was already included with your Netflix subscription. But they had this little event put on by Jake Paul and his numbskulls, we'll say. And you're gonna have to give me 10. Anyways, no, we got this whole thing put on. We had an interesting little card, interesting matches, some matches that were good. I mean, could have been better had they gone a little bit longer. But we get to I'll save that for another review because apparently I only have 5 minutes. But so we get to Ronda Rousey. Let's just get to Ronda Rousey. We get to this match, and again, we're looking at people are talking online. They're saying Carano versus Rousey. If it's a stand-up fight, Carano wins. If it's an on-the-mat fight, Rousey wins. Yada yada. I was like, all right, let's just see what happens. I mean, again, we know her history. We know what she's done in the past, but it's been 15 years since she's been in the octagon. Let's see how this one fares out. And Carano's been in like 20 since she has been in the octagon. So let's just see how this all fares out. Match starts. Match ends. Literally in 17 seconds, the match was over. All of a sudden, Carano has her locked down. And first, I'm thinking, oh man, this is going to be good.
And the front
then
face lock, by the way, had her in the front face lock.
Front face lock. All of a sudden, she releases the front face lock. Ronda gets the armbar. Tap, tap, tap. Before Ronda even gets the armbar locked in. Tap, tap, tap. It's done. I'm sitting here And I'm like, okay. I'm like, you bitch. You absolute fucking bitch. Like, you, especially because you announced after it's all said and done, oh, I'm retiring to go home and have more kids. Good. Go the fuck home and have more kids. We don't want to see you in this freaking industry anymore. We don't want to see you in MMA. We don't want to see you in professional wrestling. We hate your freaking guts because you set this whole thing up. And I should have known the moment it was set up by Jake Paul. I should have known as soon as I saw Jake Paul on that stage that there was going to be some kind of freaking screw job. And there was. We knew exactly, I should have known exactly how it was going to go, but I was like, let's just see what happens. Let's see how this whole thing goes down. No, you little fucking diva, you had to walk in there saying, I'm never going to lose. I'm not going to lose my final match and yada, yada. I'm going to show all these people who talk shit about me, yada. You knew going into this that this was going to happen. You set this whole thing up. You built people out of billions of dollars, millions of dollars at least, to go in there and fucking, win that match. And like you gave us an absolute shit show. And Corrado,
Scotty, tell us something good about Rhonda.
Yeah, Corrado, I'm looking at you right now too. I'm gonna take my glasses off and I'm gonna look straight. I'm gonna look straight into the damn camera. All right. Here's the thing, Corrado, I'm looking at you. You are an idiot. You are an absolute fucking moron for not asking for twice, 3 times, 5 times the amount of fucking money that you should have gotten for that fucking match. Because guess what? If you're going to lose to Ronda, bitch Rousey, then you need to fucking clean them out. You should have pulled a fucking Jeff Jarrett and gotten all your money when Jeff went to fight fucking China. And he said, I'm holding this company up for as much fucking money as I can get. So, and to drop this title to freaking China, you know what? You should have done exactly that. Held them up. Because if you knew you were going to lose this
just
match,
compare Ronda Rousey to China.
yeah, fucking
China.
Ronda Rousey is the China of the freaking MMA world right now. Freaking, they put her over. She and I know I'm gonna hear all the people in the comments. Oh, she did this every time she fought. She won in 17 seconds. Bull freaking shit. I don't want to call Dana. I don't want to call Dana White a cheater or a liar. But guess what? Maybe he had something. Maybe he had something pocketed up his sleeve too. Maybe all those 17-second wins that Ronda did in the UFC were rigged too. Who the fuck knows? I don't know. I am freaking tired of this. So, bitch, go home, have your kids. I honestly hope you have kids that are so freaking just mean and nasty to you that they beat the daylights out of you for being the crap mama that you really are. Never come back. Do not come back to UFC. Do not come back to freaking MMA. Do not freaking come back to the WWE. We hate your guts. We will always hate your guts. Go the fuck away. Go to Browsy Acres. Go have your kids. Go have your mules. Go have whatever the fuck you want to have. But just don't ever show your face in the fighting world ever again. I am so tired of you. I am pissed. I am not happy.
This is a guy that didn't have any money on the fight at all.
No, I didn't have.
It was free. It was free fight.
So yeah, no.
Look,
so I listen.
Scotty,
fuck
go
Ronda
ahead, AK. Go ahead, AK.
Scotty, look, you said milk them for everything it's worth. She got paid $1 million for 17 seconds of ring work. Listen, between her and Rousey, they made over $3.2 million between the two of them. It was a fucking work all the way fucking through. They knew what they were going into. She took one punch to the fucking face to make it look a little real. You saw a little blemish she had on her fucking head. And then that was it. It was fucking a punch to the face, and they knew to finish, take it home right away. Corrado wasn't even in fucking ring shape months ago. Ronda begged her to come do it because she was like, hey, we need this cash grab, and this is the biggest match that I could fucking book in my life. Nobody's going to watch me do anything else or give a shit. So it was just nostalgia that they were fucking living off of. They knew what they were going into. They didn't want to fucking fight. They just wanted to make some goddamn money. And fucking Jake Paul's like, hey, this is a place to do it, goddammit, because I rank fights all the fucking time.
Do you know who the biggest idiots are in this whole thing? It's us. If you stayed up and you watched this fucking fight, you're the idiot.
I was at a bar, so it was okay.
I was at work and I didn't give 2 shits.
Oh, I was up. I was up working on DJ stuff, so I was actually had it on and watched it. And I did blink when in that match was over. but
Jim-
I would have nenever paid money for it.
Fuck
We
no.
all know by now that if you are in a Jake Paul promotion, it is not real. What's Jogba? What's the guy that was that now used to be MMA, the big dude that knocked out
Ngannou?
Ngannou. Yeah, thank you. That fight might have been the closest to being real for Ngannou.
Nate Diaz?
The other
Oh.
guy had no fucking chance. There was zero chance of that guy winning. He probably thought he might have had a chance, but as soon as Ngannou put one of those fucking mitts on him, that was it.
No.
Nate
Francis Ngannou.
Nate Diaz is over the fucking hill, and I love the Diaz brothers at one time, but again, it's all about getting as much money as possible. Nate Diaz had no chance. So when he looked at the guy at the end, it was like, "Yeah, I'm coming back for you, and I'm coming back for you." No, fuck you. You're not. You're only there for the money. These are all terrible fights. The early card fights were a little bit better because it seemed a little bit more real. But all
Jim
your gimmick
Cornette.
bullshit, your Ronda Rousey, your Ngannou, that they were all gimmick fucking. But your Nate Diaz, it was all gimmick fucking bullshit.
Scotty's
Did you hear
favorite.
what happened? Did you hear
Scotty's
what happened
favorite
when
boy, Jim Cornette, with his quote, "Okay, Gino, we've got their money. We'll make $4 million per second. As soon as I get the arm tapped like Bill Bojangles Robinson, we'll be hugging and kissing 5 times as long as the fight lasted before the suckers could feel their wallets."
Yep, that's
absolutely.
Yep, that's absolutely
So
right.
look, did you guys hear what happened with Francis Ngannou's entrance? While he was making his entrance to the ring, Dana White decides to make the announcement that Conor McGregor is coming out of retirement to fight in the UFC again. So a shot fired by UFC against Jake Paul promotion.
Another fucking promotion that's a joke.
Yeah.
And this is what they've stooped to fucking gimmick bullshit and bring in Conor McGregor. And what they'll do, they'll give Conor McGregor, they might as well give him Ricky, AK, Scotty, or myself to fight because that's who they're going to give. He maybe go for a half a round. It won't go that long. They're not bringing Conor back to get eyes for him to lose. This is not going to happen. And it's the same thing in this promotion. It's a quick money grab for, honestly, if you bet on these fights, it's a quick money grab for you too, because you could put money on Ronda and make money, and you could put money on Ngannou and make money. And if you
predictions are like WWE predictions,
and realize he's higher than the fucking Empire State Building, then you could have put money against him too and made money. These are all gimmick fucking fights. You can't trust it. Everything. The WWE is now owned by an MMA corporation, TKO. They understand the entertainment factor here. It's entertainment.
And the betting world owns all.
When you watch the Super Bowl, do you expect it to go how it's supposed to go? No, there's going to be some bullshit. Some lights are going to go off. Someone's going to throw a touchdown to a guy that's never caught a pass in his life.
They're not going to rush at the 1 yard line.
Yeah. You decide you're going to throw when all the fucking metrics, and by the way, that's what the NFL goes by, metrics now. It's no real play calling. All the metrics say to fucking run the ball to it. Right. Run the ball to a guy that doesn't fucking not score across the fucking end zone, and they throw it. Anyway, again, it's all fucking entertainment, and they're ruining fucking MMA. The Jake Paul, goddamn! If you said to myself, "Well, I'm gonna watch this Jake Paul fight," you're stupid. Don't be mad. You can't be mad about it if you watch it because you knew exactly how it was gonna fucking be. And why is my Scott takes better than Scott takes?
Yeah.
And I didn't.
You
have
gotta get redder and curse more.
Yeah, I didn't call her a bitch.
And you didn't take your glasses off and look right into the.
I'm tell you right.
Wait, you gotta look at the camera and the wall.
Isn't that a song? To the camera, to the wall. Anyway, again, if you wasted your time, the only saving grace is this cost us $0 to watch.
Yeah.
And you can flip it over and watch 48 hours on the.
It took me longer to search for it on Insta or social media than it did to actually.
Here's the funny part. Did you guys notice that they didn't even fucking sell out the venue? All those names on the card couldn't even fucking sell it out. I was like, what the fuck? Yeah. You got Francis Ngannou, Nate Diaz, and fucking Ronda Rousey on the card, and you can't fucking sell it out? Fucking eat a dick.
Tony Khan would have killed for that fucking that amount of people
that
at,
house.
at an event. All right, well, that's good. Do it here for Hardway Wrestling. Scotty, thank you. I know you're very passionate about Ronda Rousey. I know you love her. In real life, he loves himself some Ronda Rousey. He'd love to have an arm bar,
Not long time.
or a candy bar. So, anyway,
Lord,
that's
sorry.
good. Do it here for Hardway
All right,
Wrestling.
wait, really quick. I'm throwing some out right off the cuff. If you go and watch our prediction videos, put your predictions down in the comments. And anybody for the AEW show, if you can get 7 out of the 9 main matches correctly, AK will personally send you an AEW fig. So AEW fig on the line.
Oh my goodness! So there you have it.
Look, out of my collection.
Oh my god! And his collection. How about instead of that, we want the AK plushie? Wait a minute.
Oh, that guy?
Where's my AK plushie? It fell off.
That's my guy.
Okay.
I got an AK plushie.
Ooh. Me and him have loved him a long time.
I
It's not gay,
acknowledge-
it's yourself, right?
No. It's that hole in the back that makes everybody worried. All right, thank you everyone for joining us today on Hardway Wrestling. We did a lot, so we got a couple shows coming up this week. Make sure you catch our prediction show for Saturday night's main event. Make sure you catch our prediction show for AEW's Double or Nothing, which is Sunday. And also next week we got another pay-per-view, Clash in Paris, right?
Clash
so we'll
with
be doing
Italy.
Clash in Italy, sorry. And we'll be doing a prediction show for that, so you're going to want to check that out. So you guys got anything else?
Nope.
Nada.
Just remember, Cleveland is cursed.
You're cursed. Make sure you guys 7 out of 9 right. You put your answers in the send us a message. 7 out of 9. AK is going to send you his naked Will Ospreay figure, and we'll see you guys next time
On the hard way.
Fuck Rhonda.